Hey everyone, it's your girl Alphia. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I want to talk about a movie I discovered yesterday and I finished watching it today. It's called In Flight. It came out in 2024. It is a thriller. It is not scary because I don't know everybody like, oh, is it scary? Is it scary? It's not. Okay, the night before Claire Reynolds' trip to Paris, she catches the eye of a mystery, handsome stranger. That's the last thing she remembers before waking up on the plane with no recollection of what happened after that. If you're new to my channel, you might want to turn on the subscribe button. I know I've been slacking, but I'm going to be on these movies because I've been watching a lot of stuff. I've been also catching up on Garage Sale Mysteries. A new one is coming out, and that's on Hallmark. And I probably will do a little short little clip to, talk about what I've been watching with Garage Sales Mystery. But let's get into this movie, In Flight. Claire went to the bar with her friend, and her friend spots a handsome stranger, and his name is Marco. Marco is looking at her from across the bar. He's a nice looking guy, dressed very well, and basically he buys her a drink or whatever, and they have conversations or whatever. Her friend goes home or whatever, and Claire is left alone with Marco. Marco and her end up leaving together in his car, but Marco, there's going to be a major spoilers. I forgot to tell y'all that. Marco knows her father. Her father worked for the corporate, I guess the little thing they got going on. Okay, cool. So Claire is in the backseat of the car with him, and they're riding, and she's like, oh my God, can you crack open a window because it's getting stuffy back here and I need some air. So he gives her some water, and then she starts repeating herself constantly, and then all of a sudden she blacks out. Then she wakes up on the plane because she is going to Paris. And when she wakes up, one of the passengers is basically having like a panic attack. Basically, not a panic attack, but he's passed out. And she saves him. And then the flight attendant is like, whatever we could do, we can help you, whatever. The drinks, the first round of drinks are on them for free. I had flew a couple times, but I had drinks for free, but I had a Coke. I'm not a drinker, so yeah. Claire is her phone's dead. She doesn't have her computer. One of the gentlemen said he remembered her walking on the plane. When we find out that she didn't actually get on the plane, I think they put her on the plane because she wakes up and there's people in first class, and Claire is trying to solve a riddle. She finds clues, and it's mind-blowing. You guys have to watch Claire's struggle. Because, okay, so her dad was whatever CIA thing. I guess it was like some kind of spy thing. Her dad wasn't on it. So one of the guys is trying to talk to her, and he's like, did you find her? Did you save us or whatever? And then one of the ladies named Ellen is played by Ashley Jones. She is currently playing on Beyond the Gates as Heather, Joey's sister. She's played in quite a few movies. She's played in another Lifetime movie I had watched. I should have did a review for it, but I watched it a couple years ago. I may have to rewatch it and do a review on that. But don't quote me if I'm going to do that or not. But Claire's journey on this flight is going to stress you out because she's trying to figure out whose son is who she's trying to protect. And even at the end, when Ellen sits next to her and tries to attack her with something, she fights back, and then she thinks Ellen is dead. And then they're like, one of the flight attendants, not the guy, not the lady, he tries to calm her down. He was like, hey, give her a drink. He tells the other flight attendant, the lady, to give her, I think her name was Tracy in the movie. He was like, hey, give her a drink. She gives her a drink. She passed out again. Then she wakes up again, and then she sees Marco. And Marco is trying to convince her, hey, join us. So he's trying to, not join us. He's trying to, let me talk to you, whatever. And she's scared. She's running around. Then she gets out of the plane somehow. And she finds out the plane is not even real. And it's mind-blowing, you guys. It is mind-blowing. When she wakes up after she has already thinks that she has offed Ellen, she wakes up again on the plane. There's nobody on there. She's asking, and then Marco comes, and he's trying to explain to her. She gets off the plane somehow, and she realizes she's at a warehouse. If you ever seen that episode of Pretty Little Liars when they're all in the dollhouse and they're playing the game or whatever of A, it was just mind-blowing. Because I thought that. So I don't think they're really in there. But yes, but you guys need to watch. This movie is currently streaming on Tubi, Plex, well, mess this up, FAWESOME, and Prime Video, included with Prime. But I watched it on Tubi, and I would highly recommend. It does get you kind of leery at first, because you're like, okay, what is going on, who's trapping her? But then to come out, everybody on the plane is in on it, because they was like, your father was in this or whatever, and she was like, I don't want to part of this. He was like, well, enjoy your vacation in Paris or whatever. And then she said, you said my father was in it, and then it switches back to the present day, and then Marco gets in the car. He's like, I had a new assignment, and she's on the plane this time as a flight attendant, and the guy that was trying to talk to her, she's like, how do I know that you're not in on it? He's the pilot. It's so crazy. It's mind blowing. It's kind of like, how do I say it? It's kind of like its own society, but it's really good. It's called In Flight. You don't want to miss it. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You don't miss any of my updates. My name is Alphia Williams, and I would love to talk to you more about more movies and shows. Alright, that's all I have for you guys.